Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for some indie comic reviews, and for these indie comic reviews I'll be covering Assassin's Apprentice, Volume 3, Issue 2, and Nemesis, Rose Gallery, Issue 5. I'll now get things ready and organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So, moving into first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, middle and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we have the main character basically heading back and returning to someone who has played a part in his instruction, so a bit of a mentor. We remember that this character's name is called Burek, and he also discusses like some of the events that took place at the place that he was, well, meant to basically raised up to become an apprentice of sorts, only for some things that not turn out what they expected, because he learned some things around the behavior of the mentor that was there, which he didn't feel was fitting. As the story continues, we see a little bit more of a discussion between the characters, a little bit further on with the main character, and also we get to see this ability return to like which the main character has sort of like used in an early story. It would have been nice to sort of like see a bit of a comic reference back to when this first made its appearance, which would be in turn the first volume. And last but not least, towards the end, to which the character will be working on to some of the things that they'll be moving on to next, to still sort of like achieve his goal of like becoming an assassin's apprentice and learning the art of assassination and the key things he needs, or the key skill he needs. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. As for the area of the story, so first things first, did we get anything in relation to the time? No, we didn't. Next is the location. We learned that one of the places took place at, we got to see was the Buckkeep. We also got to see the cast of characters, which consisted of Burek, Chadon, I think it's Paro, and also the Red Ship Raiders. We learn about them in the story, so they're sort of like almost like a pirate type group. For the overall story rating, I give a 5.5 out of 10. I feel the quality of this story is dropping, and I'm wondering if I should drop the series. Well, now it's time to move into Nemesis, Rose Gallery Issue 5. So, as we move into Nemesis, Rose Gallery Issue 5, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the internal art and what's happening story-wise with the characters, as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end. So as the story begins, it looks like it's like taking place at an island of sorts. We're not exactly told where this is at, to which I feel it's sort of like degrades the story a bit, or it brings down the story racing quite a bit. Of course, we get to meet some of the cast of characters, but we don't know who all the cast of characters are, and that will also play a role in the racing that I give it for the story. As we start to jump towards the middle of the story, we finally have the capture of the character of Nemesis, only for as they think that they have captured him. They don't realize that he has got some things set up in place, to which in reality he has captured them. And last but not least, we have Nemesis finally meeting, or catching up with his sidekick, who he rescues, I think his name is called Rookie, and he ends up escaping with him as well, and they finally move into like the last part of the story. I quite enjoyed the art in this, to which I gave it a 7.5 out of 10, but how does that affect the overall story? So first things first, did we get anything time-wise? No, we didn't. I think it's important to include time, like when things are happening throughout the day or throughout the night, because without these elements, yes, we might see it in the background, but sometimes it helps to have like an exact time that's included in the story. So you know when, whether these heroes or villains, when they do interact in certain scenarios, we know what time that they're occurring. Next is the location. Location is absolutely important. And because we got no idea where this was taking place, points are lost again. Last but not least, the cast of characters. We had, again, my terrible writing, Mr. Albrecht, and also the key character Nemesis, and of course his Rookie. For the overall story rating, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.